So it's our goal to really better society through education. And one of our chosen verticals is sustainability matters, including ESG. We run the world's biggest ESG training program, so it's a very natural place to come and do business.
Yep.
And actually, we're delighted to partner with the ESG News as well for that reason. We're all about skilling, upskilling, and reskilling, and that can be up and down the stack. Historically, we've been totally focused on the financial services industry, those 2 million institutional finance professionals, but now we broaden into private wealth, a much bigger industry, and to corporate as well. We really started our journey in 2019 with ESG, with Certificate in ESG Investing, the world's first and biggest ESG training program for finance professionals. We've since broadened. We really want to go deep on the E into climate, and we also have some more basic training programs for staff. But really extends across finance professionals, into the C-suite, and then also to students on campus as well. Yeah, so we call ESG a transversal topic, which means it cuts across different job roles. So there are so many different things people need to know about ESG across different job roles. Let's say you're a fixed income trader, you need to learn about green bonds. You're a portfolio manager, you need to learn about how to track the decarbonisation of your portfolio. You're a private wealth manager, someone has a preference for certain, let's say, social factors. So no matter what job role you do in institutional or private wealth, you really need to know about ESG. You don't want to get wrong-footed by your clients or prospects. So traditionally, I would say the addressable market's 2 million, those finance professionals. But when you add in private wealth, you add many more millions to that.
Transition. I mean, there's some forecasts and some numbers that show 100 to 200 million new jobs will be created in the energy sector. Will you be transitioning into that sort of education in the future?
What we're focused on really is analyzing the transition. So we think the biggest thing we're focused on now, that the area of biggest need is really how regulation is driving that within corporations and financial institutions. You have to be clued up on things like the Paris Accords, how we're tracking on that, ISSB, all the mandated disclosure from stock exchanges. And as new stock exchanges around the world start to mandate disclosures, corporations in that jurisdiction have to up their game and upskill their staff. So we've seen that since 2021 in China with the CSRC in Shanghai. We're now seeing it happening in India. Of course, it's already happened in the Western world, but really that's the moment. It's when stock exchanges require companies to disclose, when companies and the accounting firms have to up their game in that marketplace.
So if I was an actual ESG professional or an executive worker that was out there, and I wanted to, obviously enhance my understanding of everything, when I leave CFA, what am I going to be equipped with to handle?
So there are a bunch of skills we're going to give you in the program. Yeah. So whether you cover the basic certificate in ESG investing or go deep into the climate certificate, I'd say the jewel in the crown is really about analyzing decarbonisation. So, for instance, if you're a corporation, you're asking the question, okay, so we made a net zero promise by 2050. How are we going to actually measure that and demonstrate to our stakeholders and shareholders how we're tracking on that promise?
Give us a trend we may or may not know about today.
So look, the perfect prism to look at new trends in the space is actually through the flagship education product, so the certificate in ESG investing. So every year we have a process called practice analysis when we go and ask that exact question, so I can directly answer your question. So I'd say the hottest trends now are, well, certainly it's the use of AI in ESG integration is really big right now, along with the ethics that surround it. That's certainly a big trend. There's the ISSB regulations, the methodologies you have to use is certainly a big one. There's carbon pricing is certainly a big topic. So there are so many topics. There's impact statements. So every year there's something new. Everyone thought you ended at scope 3. No, we go to scope 4 and scope 5 emissions.
That's right.
Right. So every year there's something new, and we put it into our main program.